and your life.
Thank you, sir. I'd like to welcome everyone this evening to our Elkins City Council meeting. If you would, we're going to start with the invocation, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would, please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and all the blessings you have given us. We thank you for providing us the opportunity to serve the citizens of Elkins. We ask that you guide us in our decision-making as we strive to help our community grow. We also ask that you watch over and guide our country's leaders. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I will now call the Elkins City Council meeting to order and ask our city clerk to take roll, please.
Councilor Bross-Friganera.
Here.
Councilor Carroll is absent. Councilor Chenoweth is absent. Councilor Hinchman.
Here.
Councilor Kearns. Here. Councilor Lowther is absent. Councilor Parker.
Here.
Councilor Pliszka. Councilor Severino.
Here.
And Councilor Thompson.
Here.
You have 7 present, 7 present. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone here tonight for public comment? If not, we'll move down to the minutes portion, and I will entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the June 24th, 2024 meeting as presented. Okay, we have a motion. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Under your correspondence, notifications, or recognitions, you have your building permits, your zoning permits, and vacant property registrations. I also want to acknowledge under recognitions that we have members from the Ascend program in our audience tonight, so we want to welcome them. And Jessica, also welcome back. I've told them earlier when we met, welcome home. You are home now, so we're glad you were here tonight. And you as well, Kathy. Okay, under the council reports, we will start with Councilor Parker tonight.
No report, Your Honor.
Thank you. Councilor Bross-Friganera.
Nothing to report on past municipal properties, but we'll be meeting, is that next week? And we'll, the agenda will be going out shortly, I guess. Is that next week, or is it the?
Municipal properties.
We canceled it, right?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. So we'll be meeting in August, wearing the tree board hat. You'll notice on your agenda for this evening, we were successful in receiving a more than $23,000 grant from the Division of Forestry, so we're excited about that, and we'll be voting on accepting that application. And I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Pliszka.
No report.
Thank you. Councilor Hinchman.
No report. Finance didn't meet due to a lack of a quorum. We will be meeting next month on the second Monday at 1 o'clock.
Thank you. Councilor Kearns.
No report.
Thank you. Councilor Severino.
No report.
Thank you. Councilor Thompson.
No report.
Thank you. That was quick tonight, guys. Okay, under staff reports, we're going to start with our Chief Water Operator, Wes Lambert.
Stud muffin.
Good evening. On June 27th, we conducted a cybersecurity assessment for both the Elkins water and Whitmer water systems. This is being mandated by the West Virginia PSC, and the assessment was due to be filed by July 15th. And I'm pleased to report that Elkins did really well on that assessment. There was only 3 out of, I believe, 44 sections that we did really well on, and it was mainly to do with record keeping. There were certain policies that dealt with that. So considering that this is the first mandate that's came down on cybersecurity, I'm really proud of that.
Also want to thank Dwayne Corley for that, because he worked hard to put our cybersecurity policy together. He contacted the state to get a copy of theirs, only to find out they don't have one either. They're mandating us to do it, but they currently don't have one. So
yeah, Dwayne really done a great job with that. I couldn't do what I do without my employees. We got such a great resource there. Dwayne went above and beyond there, and they actually found the basis for that policy in Oregon, I think it was. They called West Virginia Rural Water and was actually able to trace it down from Oregon. So, so it's a big accomplishment. I'm real proud of him, real proud of where we're at with that. The operations at Whitmer have been going fairly smooth for the most part. Last month, the guys installed 8 water taps over there for a new campground, and today they installed another tap. I don't know how that one slipped through the cracks, but they actually applied for that tap back in May of 2023. So, so we went over there and got that lady in water today. She was over the moon about it. It's good to see the reaction of people when you can help them like that. Also attended a county commission meeting on July 3rd. Jerry Roberts and I, along with various other counselors and water board members, attended that meeting, and I was able to give a presentation concerning the state of Whitmer's water system, both financial and the operational status. Also included a summary page. I believe Sutton put that in the packet tonight. It's the exact packet that I included to the county commissioners. If you want to look that over when you get time. It basically walks down from the very start of when we found out that Whitmer was going to be a distressed utility to where we are now. And it also gives the different cost breakdown, cost analysis of funds we were able to find help with and funds that we're seeking help with. And I was able to present that to the county commissioners. And I'm going to be optimistic, I believe, from the meeting. I believe that they're willing to help us. They actually reached out to me about 2 hours after that meeting wanting more information on the O&M costs and the tax liability costs. So I'm real pleased with that meeting. I've been getting a lot of questions on the raw water reservoir. Obviously, we haven't had much rain here lately. So I want to give an update on that. We're still holding up okay. We still have water coming over the dam. It's a trickle, but it's still coming in. If we don't get rain in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to have to look at some minor excavation around the intake at the inlet works, just to let some more water from up the river come in. But right now, we're okay. Let's just keep hoping for rain. I attended a virtual meeting today concerning the new industrial park. The WVDED will be inspecting that site on August the 21st, and water, sewer, and other utilities will be present at that meeting. We're going to go over the utilities that are there on the site or close to the site, and that'll actually potentially make that site more eligible for further funding and marketing through various federal programs. So I've been working with Robbie Morris on that. So hopefully we can get some more money for that and we can kick off that project.
Excellent.
And that's all I have for this report.
Any questions for Wes tonight? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kessiker, we're changing our order here a little bit. As you notice, the admin officers are now extended here, so.
Hopefully, everybody's pleased with some of the changes we're making within the building. We just thought by moving the administrative officers up gives us more accessibility to anybody that's in the audience that would like to speak to us. And a lot of times we'll be talking and you'll see people looking like, hey, I see a voice, I hear a voice, don't see a person. So we're trying to make it a little more friendly for everyone. Hopefully the changes are welcomed and everybody's pleased with them. Update on the sanitation garage. It continues to go very well. The bi-weekly meetings we have with progress reports, I think, are a very good idea. We're staying on top of any issues that might arise, but we're on schedule with that project, so very pleased with how that's going right now. To date, the street department has done patchwork with close to 93 tons of blacktop used at this point, and the summer paving project will be starting in the very near future. We're just waiting on the contractor to tell us their availability to be able to roll in, so it'll be a summer, early fall type project, but we still are going to be doing the paving. Tomorrow, if the street department schedule allows, the bike bollards will start being installed at business places that have agreed to have them. So we're hoping we don't have trees down at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning or something like that. But if everything goes as scheduled, we'll get those guys out there and that'll start as well. As with changes in council chambers, had a meeting today with the administrative officers, more of a warning and a plead for don't shoot me. But probably starting in September, our HVAC project will kick off. From September through May to June of next year, I'll just say I'm sorry. It's going to be crazy. Big picture, when it's 100 degrees next July, it'll be 70 in here with no humidity and comfortable. And in the wintertime, we won't be holding our breath hoping that we get through next year. This year, we got to piece it together and keep it going. But talked with the architect and the subcontractor that's going to be starting, the subcontractor that'll come in and start to work immediately. Have to work really hand in hand closely with Tracy's office. Hers logistically will be the toughest one to handle as far as relocating and moving temporarily, so we can let the workers in there. The quicker they get in, the quicker they get out. It's a cost savings to us. So we're going to do everything we can to afford them the opportunity to work as quickly as possible. But excited about that, excited about some of the changes we've made, and very pleased with how all the departments and operations are functioning right now. Other than that, nothing else to report. I'll answer any questions if anybody has any.
This isn't a question, but just I am so excited about the bike bollards. That's been years, to finally see it happen is really exciting. And thank you so much for pushing that forward.
Absolutely. We're waiting on 2 more agreements to come in, but we're going to go ahead and start setting the ones for the agreements that we already have in place. So as soon as we get the other 2, and I think it's just a vacation thing. People that we need to talk to aren't available right now. So once they get on board, we'll get the rest of them done as well.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Judy.
In your packet, you have the regular treasurer's report for the month of June. We had a very good year. As some of you who have been on council before know that we have a 60-day period to where anything that was any purchases or contracted work that was done by June 30th, invoices may still come in July and early August. So we'll have the final numbers at the end of August for the year. And then also in the last page of your packet, I included our first 6 months using our online bill pay. For utility payments, there's been 12,580 payments on Invoice Cloud. There has been 232 non-utility payments that could include anything from business license, B&Os, special pickups, just a variety of things. We're really starting to see an increase in that, and people are loving that they can pay online. And with postage going up again this month, as it went up twice last year, I really encourage everybody to please go online to help with the mailing cost. Every month, we probably mail out between fire fees, utility bills, just between those, you're looking probably around 4,300 pieces of mail that could go out. We have several people that are going to paperless, but some people still want the paper bill and an email. But we keep moving forward with that and hope the residents will consider that. And then you have Resolution 1770 and 1771. These are state-required budget revisions for fund balances for the general fund and coal severance. And if you have any questions about that, I'll be happy to answer those. And that's all I have. Anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Chief Himes.
All right, so as we've got off schedule, my reports have kind of been different than normal. So for the month of June, we ended up finishing the month with 62 calls. That put us to the halfway point of the year at 395. As of today, we're at 418, so we're still 16% up. Beginning of the year stuff will be coming down the pike very soon, so all the apparatus will be getting pump tested. The aerial will get its annual third-party test. Annual service of all the apparatus will be done here soon. And just to remind anybody and everybody that our new hire will start this coming Tuesday, the 16th. We had a little bit of a scheduling conflict and had to adjust that swearing-in ceremony, but it will occur at noon here in Chambers. So I invite anyone to attend and congratulate that young man on hopefully a long and prosperous career. And that's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
I just, with the weather being so dry and hot, are people cognizant of the fact that they shouldn't be doing yard fires and things along those
Yeah,
lines?
we've had, well, knock on wood, we haven't had any, any brush fires. I don't think, the Division of Forestry publishes the fire danger map every day, and we keep pretty close watch on it because, the sign that we have in the yard down at the Cump House, we're responsible for updating that. So what little, some of what we have out there is good and green and isn't going to light off, and some of that debris stuff that's typically burning in the spring and in the fall isn't a factor. However, we have not had many burning permits issued over the last couple of weeks, but I also haven't heard anything from forestry or the governor's office regarding any type of a ban. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope for some rain, because some of those things occur by accident, if not by design. So, and you get a power line fall, and the biggest thing we've had an influx of because of the dryness in the terrain and everything like that is we've run a bunch of trees down because the soil's just given up and not supporting some of these things that are really close to the road. So we've run a bunch of them in the last couple of weeks, and more so than normal.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.
Any other questions? Thank you, Chief. Okay, Captain Bell.
No report.
Thank you. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you. Just wanted to mention a couple things from the HR side of the house tonight. Melissa had planned to be here for a couple of the agenda items, but she had some family obligations come up, so she was sorry to miss it. But those are the resolutions that are changing the leave donation program to add sick leave, and then also the proposed new holidays. And we can take questions about those when we get to them. But I just wanted to say right now, those are the outcome of conversations among your admin team, and we all, it seems, if I'm accurately stating those conversations, I think we all agree those are good steps, positive steps to take for employee morale, and at relatively low cost or impact to the city. And then I also wanted to commend Melissa for her efforts planning the great employee appreciation picnic last week. Yeah, last week. As we are learning, Melissa is a formidable force when it comes to planning events. She's very well organized, and she really likes to get the details right. And so she did a great job here. Great support from the Parks Director, Liz, Jeremy came out to help with some of the decorating. Fire Department grilled a bunch of burgers on the spot, and there were others
That was a challenge because they're not used to keeping fires going, so I didn't think we were ever going to eat, to be honest with you.
but they figured it out. So anyway, but I think we estimated about 70 or 80 employees and officials made it through, and that's pretty good turnout. And I think as this becomes a regular thing, I think you probably see more people come out for that. So that was definitely a heavy lift to get going, but I think we probably have a good pattern to follow. So thanks to everyone that made it. And thanks again to Melissa and everyone that helped out with putting that on. That's all I have for now.
Thank you, sir. Okay, moving down to the approval of the vendor invoice payments. I'll entertain a motion to accept the invoices as posted.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Moving down to new business. Ordinance 337, amending the city charter concerning the date of the municipal election. This is the first of 2 readings. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Resolution 1768, reappointing R. Leitner to the Elkins Building Commission. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Excuse me. Resolution 1769, adding new holidays, Forest Festival Friday, Thanksgiving Friday, and Christmas and New Year's Eve. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Resolution 1770, budget revision 2025-001-01. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
Okay, and this is a roll call vote, so I'll ask our clerk to take roll.
Can we ask that Tracy just give a brief explanation for people?
All right, so during March, when we did our budget, we estimated a carryover balance of $648,261. I'm pleased to say that we are increasing that by $700,000, so the carryover is going to be $1,348,261. $5,188 of that is for contributions to commissions and authorities, and that is actually the carryover of the tree board. City Hall is getting an additional $148,250. In contingencies is $404,515, and my hopes is that we can use that toward the HVAC. The street department is $140,000, and I've put that in there due to the sewer line relocation on 11th Street, and that actually came in just under $135,000, that bid. And then the Visitors Bureau is an additional $2,047. That was an increase, basically of hotel tax that is split between Parks and the Depot Center.
Any other questions or comments? Sir?
Motion on the floor to adopt Resolution 1770. Councilor Brosh-Friganera. And a roll call vote as required by the state. Councilor Kearns.
Yeah.
Councilor Hinchman.
Yes.
Councilor Parker.
Yes.
Councilor Pliszka.
Yes.
Councilor Severino.
Yes.
And Councilor Thompson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
I had a question. You were going through a lot of these really quickly. Did we do Leitner? Did I miss that? Okay. So you did like 3 in a row. Okay.
Resolution 1771, budget revision 2025-00201. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any questions or comments on this one? Tracy, do you want to explain this one as well, please?
So once again, in March, we estimated the fund balance as of the end of June at $185,000. We're seeing an increase of $3,012, and we generally put all of that in towards City Hall if needed. So that's what that is for.
All right, thank you. Any other questions or comments? This is also a roll call vote, so I'll ask our clerk to take roll, please.
Motion on the floor to adopt Resolution 1771. Councilor Bross-Friganera.
Yes.
Councilor Hinchman.
Yes.
Councilor Kearns.
Yes.
Councilor Parker.
Yes.
Councilor Pliszka.
Yes.
Councilor Severino.
Yes.
Councilor Thompson.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 1772, Statement of Support for the Ascend West Virginia Program. I will entertain a motion to accept, please. We have a motion, and that should be in your packet. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Resolution 1773, adding sick leave to the leave donation program. I will entertain a motion to accept, please.
So moved.
We have a motion on the floor. Any questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Resolution 1774, accepting a 2024 Community Equity City grant awarded to the Elkins Tree Board. I will entertain a motion to accept, please. Okay, we have a motion. Any questions or comments?
Yes, and I think Councilor Fregenauer can probably best answer this. There is no match involved, correct?
Right, and there is a substantial memo about this in the packet in which I describe the purpose of the grant. There's 3 projects we'll be working on. It's part of the whole initiative of Grow Elkins Greener. It consists of tree nursery improvements, a public education campaign, and trees being planted at Glendale. I listed out the obligation. There's no financial obligation in accepting this grant. There's no match of any kind. I did, just to be totally transparent, to say that the treasurer's office will be doing what it often does, is writing the check and then you wait for reimbursement. The mayor has to sign a bunch of documents, as always. We will have the city attorney reviewing the adopt a tree agreement language, probably following a little bit the same language that with the bike bollard communication, blah, blah, blah. There's a couple other things, and like always, the tree board will will take care of all the filing of reports afterwards as usual.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
I is the Whitmer Water System takeover. My recommendation is that we push this to a future agenda whenever we have our city attorney here, who actually needs to explain a lot of this, so we are probably not going to discuss this tonight. Okay, moving on to mayor's comments. As Sutton stated earlier, we had our first employee appreciation picnic last Wednesday, and I want to give a special thanks to Melissa Washington for taking point on that, and all the other staff that helped and supported it and showed up to participate in that. All the feedback that I've received so far has been very, very positive. And we all know that we can't do what we do within a city and provide services without our employees. And once you take care of them, they take really, really good care of us. So it's just a way for us to say thank you for all of your efforts. Kind of a relaxing day. The food was excellent. Like I said, Steve, you guys did a fantastic job on the grill. Appreciate that. You and your guys stepped up big there. I like to harass you about the fire, but that was okay. No, like I said, the weather was great. Appreciate everybody involved with that. And like I said, I look forward to grow more next year. It was funny, though, to watch all the departments kind of stay in their own little areas, but hopefully next year they'll start mingling a little more and get more comfortable with each other. Last week, we had 3 wonderful days celebrating the 4th of July, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It had some fantastic concerts. We had the Cruise In with the Car Show. The fireworks show was tremendous. And I'll say we can't do any of this without the volunteers that we have in our communities. So we are very fortunate to have the volunteers that step up and plan this. And it's a year-long planning process, it really is. So this is just kind of a special thank you to the folks that get together to make this happen and pull it off. And if you want to get involved, Ascenders, reach out to us. We will let you get involved with the right people. You can volunteer, and we'll find a committee that fits your needs or what you want to do. Like I said, they don't do it for the accolades, obviously, but it doesn't hurt to thank them. So when you see the folks that pull this off, make sure you give them a thank you. And I just think it's tremendous, and I'm very blessed to be in a community that was willing to come together to celebrate 248 years of independence the way we did. And Elkins likes to put on a party and get together and have a good time, and it's like a big family reunion, so it's awesome. So with that, I'll also say, with the heat that we've had lately, I encourage people, if you have folks next to you, check on your neighbors. We don't know what they're dealing with, if they have air conditioning or anything. We're a small community, relatively small. We're close-knit. Make sure you're checking on those that may be less fortunate and make sure they're surviving the heat, see if they have any needs. If they do have needs, reach out. We'll try to get them in touch with folks that do provide resources. So we do have people in town that are willing to help if necessary, but if we don't know, we can't help them. So make sure you're checking on your neighbors in this heat, and hopefully we will get a slight break from it. Today was a little bit of a break, but like I said, the next couple of days it's starting to go back up again. And with that, I will say, meeting adjourned.